Excited.
Okay. So do you want to judge this shit?
I got 2 as a judge. Does that work?
Are you good to judge?
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you.
Can anyone record this shit? Nobody? Damn, hold on. Let me ping.
Yeah, I'll ping everyone.
No, Ren is recording.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan records everything.
Okay, that works for me. Okay, so, you agree to, like, SBA and all that shit, so we don't have to argue about that later?
Sure. Yeah.
Can you man?
Okay.
What the rock is
Okay.
cooking?
Shut up, Spencer.
Oh, man, boy, still.
Does anyone in here have a Chromebook?
What are you doing?
You know, 6 months.
Wait,
My
6. You
iPhone
have to
5
wait
I used
just a
to
minute.
have.
They won't be able to respond for a little bit.
The input delay.
Hey, 6, send me that PFP. I'll put a Santa hat on it real quick.
You know that some Chromebooks have an 8 millisecond delay time, right? Anyways.
What?
Why do you know that?
Okay, so Sage, you okay, SBA, Todo versus Jogo, should be incident specifically. Am I good to start, or do you want to start?
You start.
Okay, sure. So, you agree that when Todo and Yuji like fought Mahito, they were like comparable to one another, at least in terms of like physical stats.
Like, you think they were relative?
In terms of speed, yeah.
I mean, can I see that? Because I, like, personally think Yuji is a little bit faster. But, like, can you show me them being relative?
I usually say it's a little bit faster, but they're still relative, because like, him being a little bit faster doesn't mean they're not relative.
No, I think he's, like, significantly fast. Not, like, significantly, but, like, still above Todo.
Okay, we can go to that. We should not be this cold in Texas.
Are you inside, bro?
Maybe.
Just give him a
No,
second. He's trying to stand by some Chromebook homies he has. He just wants to show them that you can still debate with that delay.
Shut the fuck up.
Get a Chromebook to warm you up.
That shit will overheat
Firewood.
and warm me the fuck up, bro.
That shit would put a hole in the ozone layer, though. Just leave it alone.
Hulk said he transformed because of gamma radiation. He really just used a Chromebook as a kid.
No. I gotta warn somebody. Hold on.
Like, immediately, bro. Where does this all happen? Oh, there we go.
Mister, thanks for telling me about the Hulk thing. I had to warn one of my friends.
Okay,
Use a Chromebook? He may be in danger.
hands.
They're actually making a class action lawsuit. Let me get him the phone number.
Here, look. Here's Toto, like, fucking stopping Mahito's fist or whatever. And then if you look at the top panel, Yuji's going in to punch Mahito, and Mahito's able to, like, react and swing a fist at Yuji before the punch connects. So he has to react to Yuji's punch, and then Todo can react to Mahito's punch. So, you know, Todo relative to Mahito, Mahito relative to Yuji. They all relative.
Let me just look at this a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay, so you're saying Toto's reacting to that punch,
Yes.
and then Yuji's reacting to that punch.
Well, no, so look at the top panel. You see how Yuji's going in for a punch, and then Mahito throws a punch and, like, makes Yuji block instead of hitting him. So, like, Mahito has to react to Yuji, and then Toto's going to react to Mahito. So Toto has to be able to react to somebody who can react to Yuji.
Okay.
And they're like, so, like, he can swap with that motherfucker, right? So they should be, like, somewhat comparable in speed.
Okay.
You cool with that? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So then Yuji is, like, somewhat relative to, what's his name? True Form Mahito. Well, is the tired True Form Mahito, because Mahito was, like, hella tired when he went True Form. But Yuji's able to, like, at least in terms of speed, he was able to like stop that motherfucker and not just get folded. Do I need to shit about that?
Yeah, yeah. Can you show me him actually like? Because I think Mahito is slightly above.
I mean, I agree
Like,
he's slightly above, but Yuji's like blatantly able to do shit against him.
so you think like him reacting can scale him in speed?
Yeah, here, I'll show you here. Like here's like two blatant ass examples of him just being able to like swat away shots from him and shit. So like in the first one, they're like moving around each other, and he pushes up Mahito's hand to try and go in for a shot, and the other one, I mean, in this next panel, he literally lands a punch on Mahito. It just doesn't do anything because he's so durable.
Okay. Seeing where you're going.
Okay, so then Yuji says this Mahito is like completely different from the other transfigurations so far. So he has to be stronger than the previous transfigurations.
Would that stronger like necessitate speed though? Can't this just be the same? Wouldn't it make more sense
I
for
mean,
it to be the
it seems to
same
be
in
referring
speed?
to his combat because he says like my attacks don't reach him, right? Because like what's happening is Yuji's trying to punch at Mahito, and Mahito just keeps throwing shots, and he's like, my attacks can't reach him now. So it does seem to be talking about speed as well as obviously durability. But
Well, we also see that this same Yuji is it relative to this Mahito, right?
yeah, so it means that Mahito is now stronger, but Yuji can still contend with him. Because Yuji is below this Mahito.
So,
Like, it is
okay, so
stated
that's
it is stated he would have lost, and he's obviously weaker. It is just he's able to react to this Mahito. He doesn't just get blitzed, he doesn't get fucked over, all that.
so you're saying these two Mahitos are relative.
With True Form obviously on top, yeah. Since True Form Mahito is so tired at this point, because he mentions right after this how tired he is.
Okay, isn't Yuji also weakening or no?
Yuji gets weakened when Mahito like beats the shit out of him when he's off guard, and up until this point, there's not really any indication he's any weaker.
Oh, okay.
So then, like, okay, so the way it will go is that beginning a fight Mahito, assuming True Form Mahito is also above beginning a fight Mahito, right? Beginning a fight Mahito.
And, okay, not in like speed though, because like
No, I just posted the shit where it said like my attacks cannot reach him now. So Yuji is partially referring to his speed.
okay, I
Not
guess.
even partially. He's just straight up referring to his speed, bro. So like,
Okay, sure.
so then start a fight Mahito, like beginning of the fight before Todo shows up, right?
So
this
wait,
Mahito
okay,
has
but like,
what's up?
but then that would just mean that this Yuji is not relative to that Mahito. Then, like,
He is relative.
this Mahito has to be relative to the base Mahito in some way, like above relative, or just like relative in normal.
Yeah,
for Yuji to be relative to.
No, okay, so here's how I go here. I'll literally type out this shit, right? So it's just like,
Okay, let me see.
True Form, tired. God. Mahito. It's literally just like this, right? Like, True Form Tired Mahito is above Yuji relative, and then Yuji is just relative to base form Mahito
Okay.
after the Black Flash.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. Okay, cool. So then, True Form Mahito, by proxy, being the strongest transfiguration yet, is above, like, very beginning of fight Mahito. That Mahito was able to tag beginning of fight Yuji before all the Black Flash bullshit. And that Yuji, I mean, you know about how Yuji like grows after every fight and all that, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So then Yuji, even before the Choso fight in the Awasaka fight, wait, where the fuck was I going with this whole? Oh, wait, no, we're talking about Jogo, not Megami. I'm tripping. So I'm a fucking retard. So then Yuji Bell will be back in Goodwill could like fuck up Hanami, right? And then Hanami is should be above Jogo, or at the very least relative to Jogo. You know about that shit, right?
Okay, I got a few comments on that then.
Okay.
So I don't think Yuji is like properly relative to Hanami. Like,
I mean, he can hurt him and
what
react
do
to
you,
him and swap with him. So
okay, so that's what you're saying.
yeah, he's able to damage him. Both Todo and Yuji can damage him even back in Goodwill. He says that like they can both cause that to him, even with their base strikes.
That
He's able to
that's
catch
also
punches
after
from
he's
Hanami.
weakened, though. Is that not?
Are you talking about after the first Black Flash?
Yeah, after the first Black Flash, they
That's
mention how
fine.
he has
Even that Hanami is stronger than Jogo.
like base to base or like base to domain expansion.
I don't
Like
care
I
about
think it's
domain. I'm just saying that. So okay, you know how it's stated that Jogo would have died from the Black Flash strikes that Hanami took.
uh no. Can you show me that actually?
You know about that shit? All right.
I don't think I have.
Okay, so if you look at this shit, it just says 5 of the Black Flash strikes, and then plus the Playful Cloud strike would have undoubtedly killed Jogo. And Hanami took that plus Purple, plus Piercing Blood, plus Maki's Playful Cloud strikes, plus like claws from fucking Khan, and he got jumped by Yuji and Todo when they're using Boogie Woogie. Like he took this plus a fuck ton of other stuff, and he was still up. And like literally, he got half his body erased by Purple, and he was still standing.
So Hanami has better durability.
Well, it means he has more curse energy because your durability is, for curses at least is decided by curse energy.
Can I see this?
Okay, well, you know how curses amplify their bodies through curse energy, right?
Yes, but their body itself is amplified through various means, right?
Well, their body
like
itself is their body itself is made of nothing but curse energy.
yes, but like
Right. Okay. So the only thing that would decide how strong they are is curse energy because it's all they're fucking made of. Unless of
couldn't
course they had some like binding power technique or some shit, but like they're just made up of curse energy. That's fucking it.
them being made out of curse energy doesn't mean that their bodies can't differ.
Their bodies
Like their
can't differ
physical.
because of the amounts of cursed energy. So, like, you know how, like, throughout the series, cursed energy is used to gauge how strong curses are?
Yes.
Right, so if it didn't decide their stats and all that shit, cursed energy wouldn't be a metric to decide how strong curses are. There'd be no point to measuring it, right? But Gojo
I
specifically
mean,
uses that shit to,
hold
like,
up. Wait, wait,
dictate how
wait,
strong
wait.
curses are.
Wait. No, because they do that with humans too, but that's not like accurate because
What
different
are you talking
physical
about? Wait,
stats.
when did they specifically use that for humans?
We see Hanami do it with like, what's his name?
Todo?
Um, Todo. Yeah.
No,
So
he
like
doesn't
that's
use it
how.
with Todo. All he says about Todo is that he has less cursed energy than me. He doesn't say he's weaker than me. That's all he says.
He says
He
based on
says
curse energy.
he says going off overall cursed energy level, it's undoubtedly lower than my own. He never says Toto's weaker than him.
I think he doesn't he say weaker. Let me just check this quickly. Give me 1 second.
Here, chapter 48. I already know what you're talking about.
Oh, chapter 48. Okay, let's see it.
Sukuna's vessel, and who's that guy? He's certainly got an aura about him, but judging only by his overall cursed energy, he's undoubtedly weaker than me. So he's just saying
So
going
yeah,
solely off of this, he's weaker, but he's not taking other shit into account, right?
so this
That's
would
literally the point of what he's doing. He's saying going only off of this, he's weaker. The difference is that when Gojo says like talks about curses, he's just like this one has more cursed energy, therefore it is stronger. It is
okay.
different, right?
Okay, but then that would just like that idea would be contradicted, right?
Why?
Because if we go solely off of cursed energy, we know that like how do I word this? Okay, we know that like Jogo is above Three Fingers Sukuna, but like
In terms
Hanami
of
cursed energy, and since cursed energy is the only defining factor, we would then we can then like correlate that to like Hanami in a way.
well,
Because
okay.
Hanami,
I mean, do we need? Well, okay. Three Finger Sakuna actually has like a physical body, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, but he's judging off of I'm saying that like based off of cursed energy, Gojo's like, yeah, this dude is stronger than Three Finger Sukuna. And then when it like
He
compares to
he never
Hanami,
says he's stronger than Three Fingers Sakuna.
probably he's probably stronger, which like it's
No,
consistent.
he says current Sakuna, but he hasn't actually seen Three Fingers Sakuna yet. The only Sakuna that you can realistically say he's seen is Two Finger.
Okay, but he's knowledgeable on Three Finger.
How do you know that?
How do we know?
Yuji and Megumi haven't returned from the mission yet. In fact, Yuji's dead when that statement is made. Or no, he's not. I'm fucking stupid. But yeah, they returned from the mission, but Three Finger Sakuna hasn't emerged in front of Gojo yet. Why would he know how strong he is?
He could just like I feel like that statement would then be deceptive if it wasn't in accordance to like Three Finger Sukuna, especially after we
Why can't
like,
it just be Two Finger Sakuna? Like the last Sakuna Gojo
what
saw.
why? Because like okay, because how it's like the like the order of the events and how it happens. We see that
Yeah.
Three Finger Sukuna is shown, and then Megami learns of Three Finger Sukuna. He could possibly, or most likely, relate that information to Gojo, which would then let Gojo like get a power level from that, and then he could judge
What
Jogo
would
off of
Megami
that.
have told him? Just like, oh, this dude beat the shit out of me? Like, that's not helpful. Like, well, like, you think he could just pull up this dude and be like, this guy has 9 cursed energy? Like, he just got fucked up by Sakuna. What is he gonna tell Gojo that'll give Gojo an accurate measurement of how strong Three Finger Sakuna is? Like, the most Megami could have really told him is just he fucked up me a new way. I don't think that's gonna tell Gojo much. Plus, Sakuna was weakened when he fought him. He had his heart ripped out, so.
Why would that weaken Sukuna though?
Megami states it weakens him. He says, I need to make him think he'll need his heart to win to beat me. So obviously that means that his heart would help him
Oh,
beat him. So
okay. Okay. So this
so
land
then
scale.
so then Jogo below Hanami, and then Hanami relative to Yuji and Goodwill, Yuji gets way stronger. Yuji below the Black Flash Mahito, who Todo is relative to.
Wait,
Todo has
can I try
Boogie
one?
Woogie on top of that. So
Can I try another line of scaling?
go for it.
Okay. You know how Jogo was supposed to be propped up as leader?
Is what?
You know how Jogo was supposed to be propped up as leader? Like,
No, I didn't know that.
oh, yeah. Well, he
Show
said,
me that.
let me find it.
If I recall, Mahito's made leader, but
Yeah, I know. It's because Jogo gave up the spot to Mahito because he was like, he would grow when Jogo
yeah.
won.
I don't remember him
Yeah, so,
forfeiting it. I want to see that.
it's like when he dies. Do you know what chapter that is?
It's like 115, 116.
Okay. Um, might be next chapter. Um, yeah, it's the. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Mahito will continue to grow stronger. That's why you propped him up as the leader. So, like, this statement generally just implies that Jogo was the like initial choice.
No, it fucking doesn't.
Yeah, it does. What?
No, it fucking doesn't.
Okay, so what would that mean then? What would you prop him
Prop
up as
up
leader
just
of?
means like propose them to be.
Okay, yeah. But like in
If
this situation,
I propose that Mike Tyson is the greatest boxer ever, does that mean I was the heavyweight champion?
no, because like that's not the
No. Okay,
same
so then him
context
proposing.
behind that.
Okay,
No,
how is
no,
this different?
because in this context, what it's saying is like it's speaking as propped up as in like given up, right?
Prove that.
Prove that?
Yeah.
Okay, because like okay, so you know how say like it was his decision implying that he had control. He was like the one calling the shots, which implies that like
He never even said that Mahito became leader because of you. He just says you propped him up as leader. Like, if I say prop Six up as like the best 600-pound debater to ever like go across the court, I don't weigh 600 pounds. You know, like Six is the only one to gain that heavyweight title. You know, so like I don't know why you're trying to imply that.
Wait, Six, you gonna let that slide, or you just gonna help me like hold this nigga on the judgment? What's going on?
Yeah. I mean, I guess y'all can just stop now. I got saved money.
It's ready to shut the fuck up. If I say like Six is like the
did you
biggest
just hear
cookout
Bubblez
customer
concede?
in all of history, then like it doesn't mean I've never been to cookout. I didn't even know that was a fucking restaurant. So,
Six, did you just hear Bubblez concede too? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I wrote it down in my judgment.
Okay, I get what you mean. Okay, well we'll try scaling number 3.
okay. I'm ready to beat up all the joke arguments, brother. This is my shit. Let's see it. Come on.
Okay, so you know like like that scan that you sent. You know how Jogo just says, "Well, at least those attacks couldn't even hit me." It means he's faster than what's her name? Hanami. Meaning like
Okay. Oh, I've been prepared for this for a while. Okay, so Jogo says shit without knowing how strong people are. Because he said he could beat Gojo, and then Gojo whooped his ass, and he was surprised at how strong Gojo was.
Okay, but why is that the case here?
No, it just means that there's a precedent, and like the one other time we've seen this motherfucker talk about how strong somebody is, and then we've seen it happen, he's just wrong.
Okay, but like in that instance, right? We know that he's not knowledgeable in Gojo. Like he's not
Yeah.
actually knowledgeable.
But like,
But
okay, so you
like
know that like
going back to
he was told by like Geto, and Gojo has this reputation as like the strongest, unbeatable, impenetrable dude, and Geto was like, "You will fucking die," and Gojo has all this hype and lore, and Jogo still is like, "No, rocket shit."
No, that's completely different though. Because with Gojo, he didn't see him. But like you're saying, like you're arguing right
Are you
now,
trying to
cursed
imply
energy.
he saw use Black Flash?
No, I'm implying that he knows how strong Hanami is. Like
Yeah,
that's what
that
I'm
isn't
saying.
he. No, but he says those attacks wouldn't have hit me in reference to the Black Flash. So that's to know how fast the Black Flash is. When did he ever see use Black Flash?
Okay, but like if he knows that it hits Hanami, right? He knows that he would have to be faster than Hanami to dodge those attacks. So what it would be
but
in
it
reference
doesn't
to
mean that
Hanami's speed, this would mean Jogo is above Hanami, which would then like dismantle
First
the
of
cursed
all,
equals.
this came out in chapter 52. When had Jogo actually seen two-arm Hanami's speed in chapter 52?
Chapter 52.
By the time of chapter 52, one-arm Hanami was the one that they had seen, and chapter 52 was right when Goodwill ended. So right after Hanami got hit by purple is chapter 52.
Okay,
so why would Jogo have seen how fast Hanami is in his like unleashed state?
Okay, but using your logic, if it's cursed energy, they get strength from, engage strength from. If he can see Hanami's cursed energy and he knows it's above his, he wouldn't be able to make a claim like this with like confidence. But
well, no, it was because Hanami, when he only had one arm, he had more cursed energy, but he like couldn't use all of it, right? So you know how Mahito was like, "Oh, I think you're stronger than you really like think you are, Hanami. You're like restraining your soul right now and all that shit." And then when he starts enjoying fighting and all that, he like his soul becomes unconstrained and he gets stronger. You know what I'm talking about? And like your soul's like correlates to your cursed energy output and all that shit. Mahito says like your emotions come from the soul, emotions turn into cursed energy.
Wait.
When Yuji gets hurt in like the Mahito fight, his soul gets fucked up, he gets weaker, all that shit, right? So like the soul is correlated to your power, his soul is constrained, so he couldn't output his maximum cursed energy, but then his soul becomes unconstrained, so he can like return to using his cursed energy at its fullest. So Jogo would only have knowledge on a weakened Hanami at best. Because the unconstrained Hanami at this point in chapter 52, Jogo, I mean, I see no fucking reason to say that motherfucker's seen him. Like, Jogo just got put into the ground by purple.
Wait, hold up. Can you show me like that it affects curses like that, like the emotion and soul stuff?
The emotions and soul stuff? Yeah,
like you're saying
it does.
Like it increases their cursed energy, or it just like increases their latent fighting ability?
No, so like what Mahito says, he specifically says to Hanami, your soul is constrained. You should like fight and enjoy it. I think you're stronger than you really are. Like you haven't found this shit.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm
here.
saying like,
Check scans. Literally, Mahito just says, I have a feeling you're much stronger, and then he starts enjoying fighting and he gets stronger. Like, look at this shit, bro. Still. He even says, just like humans. He's literally comparing the phenomenon to humans. Just like humans, eat, sleep, and rate. What the fuck? Anyways, curses manifest and sticky behaviors as
okay,
well.
that's
He goes
about
on about the...
instinct. What?
Yeah, oh my god, he's saying you're not... Holy fuck, bro, read what it's saying. He's comparing the way their souls work. A spirit is a blend of impulse and reason. You shouldn't be told by others how to balance the two. Your spirit feels constrained, right? And then he says, I have a feeling you're much stronger.
Okay, but like, so you're saying that when they release that, what happens is they gain more cursed energy?
They don't gain more cursed energy. They gain access to the cursed energy that they weren't
Okay,
utilizing.
so if they already have that cursed energy, then that statement or like that idea wouldn't work, because what I'm saying is
What
he's
idea?
judging off of general. Okay, I'm saying Jogo would under overall cursed energy, right? So if the
Prove
cursed
that.
energy does not differ,
Prove that.
prove that.
Prove
I'm
that's what
using it
Joko's going
under.
off.
Well, it's the most likely case.
Why do you think that's most likely?
Why? Why would he think it's most likely?
Yeah, well, if Joko's just being a retard and just saying that shit to be arrogant. I mean, he said he could beat Gojo with zero fucking basis, so why do you think he has any basis to say he's faster than Hanami?
Dunning-Kruger effect. What? Like the more he knows, I feel like the more accurate he can like judge a character. Because like
That
when he
doesn't change
figures out,
anything. Like, I know he'd be more accurate if he knows more, but how do you know he knows more? Because, like, again, he said that shit about
because he,
Gojo with zero fucking basis. How do you know he doesn't
yes,
just
yes, yes.
say shit to be arrogant?
Okay, yes, but with Jogo, he doesn't know anything. Okay, it's different from Hanami, who he understands like the
He knows
curse.
shit about Gojo. Gojo's hyped up to be this, like, unstoppable, like, and to quote Arrow, the unfuckwithable dude, right? Like, that's what he's hyped up
Yes.
to be. And Geto, who fucking knows Gojo, was like, yeah, you will die. You will get rocked. And Jogo's just
Okay.
like, no, with no fucking reason. Like,
Okay, but following like the current line of like thought, okay, the more like he knows, like of the actual opponent in front of him, the more likely he is to be accurate, and we see it consistently too. When he sees
prove
Gojo,
he
he's like,
knows
"Oh,
more about Hanami than he knows about Gojo.
all that would matter is the cursed energy amount to know." Like once he knows how much cursed energy amount, he can gauge the strength off of that. Because, like you're saying, curses are only cursed energy. Therefore, that would be what
But
he would gauge off of.
it doesn't work with Hanami. Because with
It,
Hanami, you can't use all his cursed energy. Like, we've been over this.
yes. I understand that they can't use it all, but basing. Okay, you're saying that Jogo. Okay, I agreed that Jogo really didn't have any like fighting knowledge. Okay, so he would only go off of cursed energy. So he wouldn't
Okay.
know that it's restrained like Mahito, because Mahito, right? We don't know that he would know that. Only Mahito is shown to know that and shown to pick up on that. Can assert Jogo knows that. So when it comes down to it, Jogo would realistically, most likely, judge based off total
Prove
cursed energy.
he's basing it off the cursed energy. You still haven't proven that shit. You keep just saying it's
Prove
most
it.
likely. Fucking why?
Yeah, okay. Why is it most likely?
Yes.
Because him judging off of okay, it's the most accurate way to judge a
Most
curse, right?
accurate for him to do it doesn't mean it's the most likely for him to do it. That's completely different.
Why? That would just imply that Jogo is just
No!
stupid,
Most
right?
accurate. Joko's a retard! We've been over this.
Okay.
He
No, no,
okay.
no.
Listen.
Okay.
I'm okay. No,
Listen.
no, stop. No, stop.
Okay.
I'm gonna lay this out for you, right? There's this dude, and you're told this dude is unstoppable. You're told he is the strongest motherfucker ever. The like prodigy child with the six eyes and the limitless and all this bullshit. And your fucking master, your daddy ghetto, says you will fucking die to him. You can't beat this dude. He's unstoppable. And then he goes with zero basis. No, I'll fuck that dude up. I'll
Yeah,
beat
because
his
he doesn't know the
ass.
cursed
He's a
energy amount. What?
retard. Like,
Okay. He's going off of statements, right? Not like
What statement did he get?
Ghettos,
Bro, but the lore for Gojo is like endless. Like
Okay,
everyone
why
says
does
that motherfucker is just like the oh my god.
Why does Jogo know about the lore like that? Why doesn't he just know what Ghetto tells him and he's like doubting Ghetto? Because isn't it like a little hinted at that he doesn't
Dude,
trust Ghetto?
everybody knows about how no, you know everybody knows about how strong Gojo is, right?
Can you show me that? Can you show me that Jogo knows that?
Shit.
Like you know that literally
Can you show
like
me that Jogo knows that?
fucking everybody does.
That
Ghetto told him. Ghetto told him.
Yeah. That Ghetto from Ghetto, and he does not trust Ghetto. It understands why he's skeptic of Ghetto. So like,
no, he does trust Ghetto. Ghetto's literally his leader. What are you talking about,
bro? Okay, if he didn't trust Ghetto, right? Why would he directly go against what he just told him?
Because he's a retard.
No, because he's a skeptic and he doesn't actually
He's a
believe humans are stronger than curses.
You know okay, well, one second. You know Ghetto literally handed him the prison realm and said, "This is how this works," and he believed him. And then he goes, "Hey, yo, this guy Gojo, he will fuck you up." And Mahito also has knowledge on Gojo, by the way. Other curses who are very like Mahito's a fucking baby, right? He knew how strong Gojo was. When he sent on me, he's like, "Good thing you're not Gojo. I would have gotten fucked up," right?
Okay,
it is commonplace in this universe to know how strong these motherfuckers are. And he hears about this Gojo and goes, "I'll fuck him up," with no knowledge, even though he's being told by everybody, "You can't fuck with this dude." And then he pulls up and gets slammed.
Okay, so but the difference here.
Okay, you know, fuck you. No, stop. I'm literally just gonna say Jogo's retarded and he's wrong. What are you gonna say to that?
What am I gonna say to that? Why is Jogo
he's wrong? All he's saying is that, I would be able to avoid that. Okay, he's wrong.
He's wrong?
He's
Why
wrong.
is there like a basis for him being wrong? What, you can't just say he's wrong.
There's a basis for him being wrong. Anonymous goes above him based on a narrator statement, and narrator statements take precedent over character statements.
Why?
Okay, because character statements are influenced by bias and other things within the story. Character statements are not always accurate, whereas narrator statements are direct, like, input pieces of information from the author. If a character makes a statement, characters can lie all they fucking want. They can be influenced by bias. They can be straight up wrong.
Hold up.
But the narrator statements are just little, like, bits of information that the author slips in to give to the reader.
No. Okay, those like goes against them because like this would then be a narrator and character statement interacting, and for that to be like that wouldn't be that wouldn't make sense. Yes, because Jogo
reason they're interacting.
So yeah,
the reason they're interacting is it's supposed to be a goofy little extra chapter. No, it's not a narrator statement. It's that you literally said it's from Jogo, and you're using his knowledge to justify it. So it's still a Jogo statement, right? You were using Jogo's knowledge to justify the statement. So you've already conceded it's a Jogo statement, right? And the reason he's interacting with it is it's just like a goofy-ass little extra chapter, right? That's why he's able to, like, look at it and comment on it, right? No. But it's not a narrator statement. It's just Jogo making a comment, and Mahito's even down there being like, you sure about that, dog? So the narrator, the fucking author, is inputting this shit about, Hanami is stronger. And then you're over here, it's like, well, but Jogo said Jogo's a retard. He's wrong. I don't care.
Okay, they're in tandem, meaning they're both, like, part of the narrative, right? They're both narrator statements.
Prove that shit.
Prove it? Okay. They're trying to convey a message.
Prove it. You're trying to say Jogo is faster and not that he thinks he's faster.
Prove that that's the case?
Yeah.
Because it would be...
You have to put that shit in to just say, Jogo thinks this. It doesn't mean it's fucking true. Like...
It wouldn't make sense for the author to purposely deceive people.
He's not deceiving them, though. He's showing us... No, he's showing us what Jogo thinks, right? That's fine. That's not deceiving us. Jogo did say that word. He did say that he is faster than Hanami. It's just... It's not necessarily deceiving us, because characters aren't always right. I hope you agree characters aren't always right, you know?
Yes,
characters can be wrong. Okay, so he's not deceiving us.
So I'm saying here, it's not subjected to it, because in this instant, you're just being given a narrative statement given through a character.
Prove that the Jogo statement is a narrative statement, you dumb fuck.
Because, it's
in fact, you know what? No. You've already conceded it's not a narrative statement. You wanna know why? Because you already used his knowledge to justify the statement, So you're admitting this statement is bound by knowledge of a character, which narrator statements are not. You've already conceded.
No, okay. No. Because when I did that, I was just like arguing. But like
You were just arguing.
okay,
What do you
okay.
mean? You were arguing something. I'm trying to backtrack. You're trying to backtrack because you
what?
realize you've lost.
No. Okay. I use knowledge to justify it because I thought it would be the easiest defeater. But if we're actually looking at it in like an
No, I'm not
a
gonna let you
narrative,
backtrack. Sorry, you already made the claim.
no. If we see it from a narrative perspective, that's
Nope,
the
I'm not
better
gonna let you
way to
backtrack.
know.
You already made the claim. I'm not gonna let you backtrack.
Backtrack.
Wait. Since I'm the judge, I think I shall say on this. Yeah, Sage, go ahead and backtrack.
What'd you say,
There we
too?
go. There we go.
Wait, what'd you say?
Wait, Bubblez, you got blitz? Oh, that's fine, bro. You just didn't hear
I
it?
can't hear you. You're talking so fucking quietly.
How, bro? You can't hear me? That's fine, bro.
Actually,
That's fine.
wait, give me a
It's
second.
fine.
I'll be right back, Bubbles.
No, I'm joking. I said,
You're
what's it?
retarded.
I said I was the judge, so like, Sage can backtrack. No, I was joking.
Shut the fuck up, too.
Hey, sexy guy, your judgment, bro. Like, we should just end this shit.
Six isn't even a judge. What?
Six is a judge, bro.
Go ahead and demonstrate that, Bubbles.
Shut the fuck up, Six.
Okay, cool. You want to give judgment first too? Because I'm just finna start hoeing this nigga Bubbles.
Yeah, I
I'm
got you.
literally gonna blatantly ignore arguments.
Oh,
Then we
God, bro.
can
Holy shit.
Bubbles, Taco is saying, regardless of Jogo saying the statement, it is indeed a narrator statement.
Is he retarded? I hate this motherfucker right now. He's sitting over here and just like, yeah, what I said is bound by Jogo's knowledge, but I'm gonna backtrack on that and say that even though it's coming from Jogo's mouth, it's actually the narrator. The narrator just took the avatar of Jogo to talk to us. Like, that bitch has a.
Wait. Is there
I
any proof
mean,
that Jogo is not the narrator? Or am I
yeah.
tripping?
For real.
I
Okay,
don't
I'm
know
back,
if we
Bubbles.
can't say
I
Jogo
got-
wasn't saying the statement at the top.
Okay, so yeah, Sage, I'm not gonna let you backtrack. You already conceded.
Okay, I'll just address it a different way.
You already conceded. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let you backtrack.
No. I considered it to be a character statement, but I'm addressing the Jogo is retarded part. Okay.
Jogo's
So
just
I'm
wrong. Like,
gonna
what do you
just
want
say
me to say?
okay. I'm gonna say he's a skeptic until he learns of it because we see it with, like I said earlier, we see it with Gojo and Sukuna. He thinks he's that strong until he sees his ability compared to them, right? But if he can gauge the ability of Hanami, like already established, then what could now happen?
I'm gonna tell you. I don't even care if Jogo's retarded at this point. Regardless if he's retarded, he's wrong.
And I'm saying that he judges based off his knowledge, right? Like his actual seen knowledge.
Okay. Even if he's judging off his knowledge, he's wrong. It doesn't matter. I don't care if he's using his knowledge. You can use knowledge and still be wrong.
What? I know.
You
Why
can
would
use
he be
knowledge and be
wrong
wrong.
then? What?
I already gave the argument as to why he's wrong. The narrator statement is in direct opposition to it, and narrative statements take precedent over character statements.
And I'm saying in this, I'm using this as a defeater to the idea that cursed energy and all stats are generally the same, right?
Yeah, and Jogo's wrong, so it's not a proper defeater.
But simply saying that Jogo is wrong.
I'm not just saying that. I gave an argument.
Okay. Let's address this. Okay, so you're saying what I'm getting is all stats are generally relative due to cursed energy.
At least for curses, yes.
And then I replied to that with Jogo is faster.
But Jogo isn't faster because he's fucking wrong.
And then you said Jogo would then be wrong because cursed energy is what dictates how strong the curse is.
Do we need to go into why that is undoubtedly the fucking case within the story?
Yeah. Yes, can you show me why that's undoubtedly the case, please?
Okay, Gojo says it's the case. Yuji says it's the fucking case. What's the name? They try to measure them their strength in Sukuna fingers. Like, there's so many fucking examples of them using cursor energy to dictate stats. Jogo's just a
Okay,
retard.
so
Like, he's just wrong.
hold up. That could just be in reference then, right? To how dangerous they are. That does not mean all their stats are relative.
How would the cursed energy show how dangerous they are if it doesn't have shit to do with their stats? In fact, wait, no, it does have shit to do with their
No.
stats because
Oh,
it's literally
it
used to
can.
amplify their stats.
Yes, but they can be amplified in different ways, right? So maybe with like Hanami, he amplifies it better by focusing it to his durability. But with someone like, I don't know, like Jogo, he could amplify it to his curse technique and his speed.
Ayo, Sage, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is though, is that first
Just
of all,
wrap up the debate, right? 6 is just going to give you the W. It doesn't matter. Because you're losing, right? Horribly, awfully. But 6 is going to give you a dub, so just don't waste any further time.
yeah. So I'm gonna want proof that curses can even do that shit.
Do what?
That they can like focus their curse energy into specific stats. Prove that.
Mahito purposely lowers his durability.
When? What are you talking about?
Like when Yuji's punching him, he lowers
Are you
his
talking about
durability.
when he's in true form?
Yeah, he lowers his durability.
Yeah, my
Manipulation.
a binding vow. Then it's different.
Show me this. What?
It's literally stating. Are you retarded? That's literally how true form works. It's a binding vow to make him stronger.
Okay, why does that not? Okay, why does that completely change his curse energy manipulation?
Because the binding vow alters his stats, separate to his cursed energy. It's completely different than just cursed energy amplification.
Do you have like a scan of this? Can I see
Yes, it's stated it's a binding vow in the extra chapters. Here you go. In fact, that motherfucker already posted it, but it's already loading in. There you go.
Okay. So you're saying he can control the binding?
The binding vow gave him these altered stats.
You're saying that wouldn't be okay? I get what you mean.
So he's an exception to normal curses.
Okay, we got one more line of scaling.
No,
Okay,
we're
so
not
there's
doing this. We're not doing this, bro. I already have you winning. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
No, but it's the Kenjaku stuff. But
Kenjaku?
yeah, you know how he wanted Mahito and Jogo to grow stronger?
Yeah, Sage, don't even try that. I'm sorry. Like, I don't think there's a reason to try that, bro. Like,
What are you just gonna say it's curse technique?
no, because the argument's way more retarded than you think.
Nah, bro. It's consistent. Okay.
It's consistent.
Yeah, let's just go to judgment.
Consistently ass.
6, you want to judge first, or am I gonna judge first?
I can give my judgment first.
I bet Spencer does. But...
Alright, Bubbles is a skeptic bitch. And so is Jogo. Bubbles insulted 6, and that made me sad. So Sage wins.
Yeah. I was going to say that shit too. But 6 go.
W.
6 is
I mean, that's both me and Sage with the same judgment. So Bubbles, you lost. Sorry.
Tragic Bubbles.
You fought well.